Hello, I am Carla Estell, and I am starting a new podcast on doing logic problems. I am calling it Let Us Think. So, everybody likes to do crossword puzzles, word search, Sudoku, and those are all good, but after a while they can get a little boring. So every month I'm going to teach you a new type of logic problem. Sometimes when you first see it, it's like, ugh, this is impossible. How do you do that? So I'm going to get you started and show you how to do it. And it's not just to have fun. Actually, you can strengthen your brain through doing logic problems, and you can actually make yourself think more logically about all things in life. Let's get started with our first logic problem. I've set this one up pretty easy using only 4 different shapes, and it's a 3 by 3. And each one of these shapes is equal to either a 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So we're going to find out what is the value of each one of the shapes. And if you look at this real quick, you can easily see these 3 stars, when you add them up, will equal 9. So what times 3 is 9? Well, that's a 3. So we know right away our star equals 3. And once you have found out your star, this row becomes very easy. So we can take away that star, which is 3, and take away 3 from 7, and that leaves us with 4. So our 2 circles equal 4. 1 circle must be 2. So we'll put the 2 up by the circle. And now that we know our circle, this row becomes easy. 2 plus 2 is 4. 8 all together. 8 take away 4 leaves us with 4. That square must be 4. All right, all we have left is our heart. And we have one little heart right here. We can use this row or this row, and we're going to actually use both to check our work. Let's start here. This square is equal to 4. And the star is equal to 3. 4 plus 3 is 7. That means that heart must be 1. And now let's see if it works out the same this way. Our circle is 2. Our square is 4. That's 6. Plus 1 more is a 7. And just to make sure we've got it right, let's add up these 3. Our circle, star, and square should equal 9. Our 2 plus 3 is a 5, plus 4 is a 9. So we have completed our first logic problem. Let's try another one. This one's going to be a little bit harder because we do not have any 3 in a rows, which make it easy. But this way I can show you a few different strategies on how to solve these. And we're going to be looking at just the process of elimination. All right, if we look across here at the sums, look at this number 6. These 3 shapes add up to number 6. The only possible answer is a 1, 2, and 3. So 4 and 5 cannot be used in this row. So now we can use this to figure out some of these others. Let's look at this row right here, where we have 2 hearts and a circle. We know that heart has to be either 1, 2, or 3. So we're going to write out our 3 choices. We could have 2 1s, we could have 2 2s, we could have 2 3s. 2 1s would need a 9. 9 is not an option. We are only going through 5. 2 2s need a 7. That is not an option. 2 3s give us 6, and we need a 5. So that is what it is. So we know our heart is a 3, and we know this circle must be a 5. All right, now that we know those 2, a heart and a circle, right here we see a heart and a circle, and together they make 8. So this star must be 2. And if the star is 2, we're just left with 1 for the square. So our 1s are square. So even though it wasn't as easy as having 3 in a row, it is still very doable because of this low number 6 and then the process of elimination. All right, let's try one more. All right, are you ready to try another puzzle? You know, on this one, if you'd like, you could pause your camera, look at this and try to solve it yourself on paper, and then we'll solve it together. Let's go ahead and pause and give it a try. Okay, were you able to get it done? If not, that's okay. It takes a lot of practice to get these. But let's look at how we would do it. Again, we do not have any 3 in a rows, but we do have a very low number right here. 2 circles and a square gives us 5. There are 2 combinations that could do that. You could have a 1 and a 1 and a 3, which gives you 5. Or you could have a 2 and a 2 and a 1, which would also give you 5. But either way, we only have the choice of a 1, 2, or 3 for these here. All right, so now let's see. We have a circle here and we have a circle here. 1 circle here. So let's write our 3 combinations that could be possible to get an 8. It could be a 1, it could be a 2, it could be a 3. If it's a 1, it has to be 1 plus 7. You cannot have stars, 2 stars equaling 7. 1's out. If it were a 3, this would have to be a 5. And again, you can't have that. 3 is out. Our circle must be 2. So let's put our little 2 up by our circle. All right, and now that we know the circle is 2, we know these 2 stars make 6. So 1 star is 3. Now that we know stars are 3, look at here, we have 2 stars that make us 6. 6 from 11 gives us 5. That heart must be 5. Let's put the 5 here. Now we just have our square. If our circles were 2, that means 2 2's plus 1 give us 5. So our squares are 1. Now let's check our work and see if we have this right. Let's do this row over here and add it up. 2 hearts would be 10 plus a star gives us 13. Well, this row here, a heart, which is 5, plus 3 more is 8, plus 1 more is 9. So we've got that one correct. Okay. We're going to do one more and then come back next week and they'll get just a little bit harder. Here's our last puzzle for today. So as we look over this again, there are no 3 of a kind. But we do have some very low numbers this time. So pause the camera, solve this one. All of you should be able to solve this one, and then I'll show you and we'll do it together. All right, welcome back. Let's see if you got it. Let's look at this row right here that equals 4. There is only one possibility to add 3 digits and come up with the answer 4. You need a 1, and a 2. So our hearts must be 1, and that star must be 2. Because that's the only way to get 4. Right? Now that we know our hearts are 1, we have 1, 2. 2 from 6 leaves us 4. That circle must be a 4. And now that we know our circle and our star and our heart, this whole row here should equal 7. 4, 2, and 1 is 7. The only thing we need now is a square. So our star is 2 and our circle is 4. That makes us 6. We need 3 more for our square. So I hope you had fun doing those. I will put a page in the comment that you can practice on, and then I'll see you next week.